Well, I used to be a farmer and I made a living fine. I had a little stretch of land along the CP line. But times went by and though I tried, the money wasn't there. And the bankers came and took my land and told me fair is fair. I looked for every kind of job, the answer always no. Hire you now, they'd always laugh, we just let 20 go. The government, they promised me a measly little sum, but I've got too much pride to end up just another bum. Then I thought, who gives a damn if all the jobs are gone? I'm gonna be a pirate on the river Saskatchewan. And it's a heave-high coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-high farmers by your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Well, you think the local farmers would know that I'm at large, but just the other day I found an unprotected barge. I snuck up right behind them and they were none the wiser. I rammed the ship and sank it and I stole the fertilizer. Bridge outside of Moose Jaw spans a mighty river. Farmers crossing so much fear their stomachs are a quiver, cause they know the Captain Tractor's hiding in the bay. I'll jump the bridge and knock 'em cold and sail up with the hay. And it's a heave-high coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-high farmers by your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Well, Mountie Bobby chased me, he was always at my throat. He followed on the shoreline cause he didn't own a boat. But the cutbacks were a-coming and the Mountie lost his job. So now he's sailing with me and we call him Salty Bob. A swinging sword and skull and bones in pleasant company. I never pay my income tax and screw the GST. Sailing down to Saskatoon, the terror of the sea. If you want to reach the co-op, boy, you gotta get by me. Ha-ha! It's a heave-high coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-high farmers by your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Well, the pirate life's appealing, but you don't just find it here. I hear in North Alberta there's a band of buccaneers. They roam the Athabasca from Smith to Port McKay, and you're gonna lose your sense and if you have to pass away. Well, winter is a-coming and a chill is in the breeze. My pirate days are over once the river starts to freeze. But I'll be back in springtime and now I have to go. I hear there's lots of plundering down in New Mexico. And it's a heave-high coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-high farmers by your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. And it's a heave-high coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-high farmers by your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. And it's a heave-high coming down the plains, stealing wheat and barley and all the other grains. And it's a ho-high farmers by your doors when you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. When you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. When you see the Jolly Roger on Regina's mighty shores. Right.
girl from the parish around. What pleases her most from her head to her toes? She'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like to waltz with a log driver, for he goes burling down and down Whitewater. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. When the drive's nearly over, I like to go down and watch all the lads as they work on the river. I know that come evening they'll be in the town, and we all like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes burling down and down Whitewater. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Both my parents I've had to give way and dance with the doctors and merchants and lawyers. Their manners are fine, but their feet are of clay, for there's none with the style of my log driver, for he goes burling down and down Whitewater. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Now I've had my chances with all sorts of men, but none is so fine as my lad on the river. So when the drive's over, if he asks me again, I think I will marry my log driver, for he goes burling down and down Whitewater. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, come back, proud Canadians, to before you had TV. No hockey night in Canada. There was no CBC.
Oh, my God!
In 1812, Madison was mad. He was the president, you know. Well, he thought he'd tell the British where they ought to go. He thought he'd invade Canada. He thought that he was tough. Instead, we went to Washington and burned down all his stuff in the White House. Burn, 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 and we're the ones that did it. It burned, 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 while the president ran and cried. It burned, 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 and things were very historical. And the Americans ran and cried like a bunch of little babies. Wah, 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 in the War of 1812.
Fast hillbillies from Kentucky, dressed in green and red, left home to fight in Canada, but they returned home dead. It's the only war the Yankees lost except for Vietnam.
And also the Alamo.
Right, and the Bay of Ham.
The loser was America, the winner was ourselves.
So join right in and gloat about
the War of 1812 in the White House. Burn, 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 and we're the ones that did it. It burned, 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 while the president ran and cried. It burned, 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 and things were very historical. And the Americans ran and cried like a bunch of little babies. Wah, 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 in the War of 1812.
In 1812, we were just sitting around, minding our own business, putting crops into the ground.
We heard the soldiers coming, and we didn't like that sound.
So we took a boat to Washington and burned it to the ground. Oh, we fired our guns, but the Yankees kept it coming. There wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more, and the Yankees started running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Whoa, 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 whoa. They ran through the snow when they ran through the forest. They ran through the bushes where the beavers wouldn't go. They ran so fast they forgot to take their culture back to America and Gulf and Texaco. Whoa, whoa. So, if you go to Washington, its buildings clean and nice. Bring a pack of matches and we'll burn the White House twice, and the White House burn, burn, burn. But the Americans won't admit it. It burned, burned, burned. It burned and burned and burned. It burned, burned, burned. Now that made them mad, and the Americans ran and cried like a bunch of little babies. Wow, wow, wow.
Thank you.